Lionel Messi's legendary journey at Barcelona. Lionel Messi began his legendary journey at Barcelona in the youth ranks, arriving at La Masia in 2000 at just 13 years old. The Catalan club bet on his unique talent and also helped with the necessary medical treatment for his physical development. Messi made his official debut for the senior team on October 16, 2004, against Espanyol, becoming at the time the youngest player to wear the Barca shirt in an official match. In the early years, he quickly gained space, impressing with his unparalleled skill, speed, and vision of the game. At the beginning of his career at Barcelona, Messi had the privilege of playing alongside Ronaldinho, one of the greatest stars in world football at the time. Ronaldinho was not only the star of the team, but also became a mentor to the young Argentine, helping him integrate into the squad and sharing magical moments on the field. Together, they created spectacular plays that delighted fans at Camp Nou and around the world. Before Guardiola's era, Messi had already shown signs of greatness, but he was still a complementary piece in a team full of stars. Under coaches like Frank Rijkaard, he began to stand out in domestic and international competitions, including the 2005 to 2006 Champions League, in which, although injured in the final stages, he was an important part of the victorious campaign. These early years were crucial in shaping Messi as a player and consolidating his bond with Barcelona, while he gained confidence and gradually took on the leadership role that would elevate him to football legend status. Pep Guardiola was a crucial figure in transforming Lionel Messi into the player who redefined modern football. When Guardiola took over as Barcelona's coach in 2008, he immediately recognized Messi's extraordinary potential and began to shape the team around him. It was Guardiola who made the bold decision to place Messi in the false nine position, allowing him to explore his creativity and ability to float between midfield and attack. This tactical change was a game changer, propelling Messi to achieve incredible numbers in goals and assists. Before 2012, Messi was already a well-established star at Barcelona, but he kept evolving every season. He was a central figure in the historic sextuple in 2009, when Barca won every possible title, including the Champions League, La Liga, and the Copa del Rey. During this period, Messi formed a lethal partnership with Xavi and Iniesta, exploiting the tiki-taka style that Guardiola perfected. At the 2010 World Cup, Messi arrived as the best player in the world, but faced difficulties with Argentina. Despite good individual performances, he failed to score goals in the tournament, and the team was eliminated by Germany in the quarterfinals with a 4-0 defeat. This campaign was marked by criticism of the lack of collective support around Messi, contrasting with the success he had at Barcelona. Before 2012, Messi had already won 3 consecutive Ballon d'Or awards, showing that his evolution was relentless. Under Guardiola's guidance, and with the support of a star-studded squad, he laid the foundations for a legend that is still revered in the world of football today. Messi in 2012, the year was undoubtedly one of the most iconic in Lionel Messi's career, as he reached a level of performance rarely seen in football. He scored an impressive 92 goals in the year, breaking Gerd Muller's historic record and setting an almost unattainable standard for goal scorers. His goals came not only in large quantities but also in decisive moments, including classics against Real Madrid, important La Liga matches, and games for the Argentina national team. Under Pep Guardiola's leadership, Messi was the central engine of a Barcelona that continued to mesmerize the world with tiki-taka football. Guardiola, with his tactical vision, molded Messi to be even more lethal, positioning him as a false nine, where his ability to float between midfield and attack confused opposing defenses. This tactical freedom, combined with Messi's natural talent, resulted in extraordinary numbers. Despite the individual success, 2012 also brought bitter moments. In the Champions League, Barcelona faced Chelsea in the semi-finals, in one of the most dramatic matches of the year. In the first leg at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea won 1-0 with a goal from Didier Drogba. In the return leg at Camp Nou, Barcelona came out strong and took a 2-0 lead. But Chelsea, even with a player down, responded and tied the game 2-2, with goals from Ramirez and Fernando Torres. Messi had the chance to change the course of the match, but ended up missing a crucial penalty by hitting the crossbar. Barcelona was eliminated, ending their dream of a consecutive Champions League title. Still, Messi continued to shine in other competitions. In La Liga, he was absolutely dominant, scoring goals in nearly every game and terrorizing opposing defenses. In the classics against Real Madrid, he continued his growing rivalry with Cristiano Ronaldo, who was also having an exceptional season. The competition between the two became increasingly fierce, dividing opinions and raising the level of competition in the modern era of football. Moreover, Messi continued to carry the Argentina national team, showing that his talent transcended his club. He scored important goals during the World Cup qualifiers, consolidating his position as the team's main player. Finally, 2012 marked the end of Guardiola's era at Barcelona, but it was a year that immortalized Messi as the greatest goal scorer in history in a single season. He not only surpassed personal limits, but also set a new standard for world football, proving that he was capable of redefining what it meant to be extraordinary in the sport. Messi's unbeatable numbers in 2012. Messi had an incredible season, reaching 73 goals in 60 games for Barcelona and 12 goals for Argentina, totaling 92 goals for the year. This feat made history in world football and further solidified his position as the best player on the planet. In La Liga, he scored 50 goals in 37 matches, a record that still impresses today, in addition to contributing 29 assists. Memorable matches. The moments of brilliance in 2012. Messi stood out in several games that became unforgettable for football fans. One of the most notable was his hat trick against Malaga, followed by a spectacular display against Espanyol, where he scored 4 goals. In the El Clásicos, Messi always played a decisive role, scoring important goals and making it clear that he was the main protagonist of his generation. One of the most impressive feats was in the Champions League when Messi scored 5 goals in a single match against Bayer Leverkusen, becoming the first player to achieve that mark in the competition. Not only did he score goals, but he also displayed impeccable vision by creating several plays and assists for his teammates. Messi's global impact in 2012. The year 2012 was the peak of Messi's popularity. He was widely recognized as the best player in the world, receiving his 4th consecutive Ballon d'Or. During this period, the rivalry with Cristiano Ronaldo started to be seen as one of the greatest in football history, with both players constantly breaking records and raising the level of the game. Messi's playing style, skill, vision, and precision. What really set Messi apart in 2012 was his unique playing style. He was able to dribble with precision, accelerate with explosiveness, and finish with almost supernatural skill. His understanding of the game and his connection with players like Xavi and Iniesta created an unstoppable machine at Barcelona, with quick passes and memorable goals. He was not just a striker, but a complete player who dictated the tempo of the entire team. The consolidation of an icon. The year 2012 was undoubtedly a milestone in Messi's and football's history. He not only set records and collected awards, but also became a global icon. His ability to score goals and lead his team to historic victories, along with his unique vision of the game, made him one of the greatest players of all time. Even with the painful elimination in the Champions League, 2012 was the year Messi definitively solidified himself as the best in the world, an icon who would be remembered forever. Guardiola's departure. Impact on Barcelona and Messi. Pep Guardiola's departure from Barcelona in 2012 was one of the most significant moments in the club's recent history. After 4 years of incredible success, during which Barcelona won 14 titles, including 2 Champions Leagues and 3 La Ligas, Guardiola announced that he would not renew his contract. He explained that he needed a break, a new challenge, after the exhausting pressure and commitment required to manage such a successful team. This decision shocked many, especially Lionel Messi, who had been shaped and taken to new levels under Guardiola's leadership. The relationship between the two was very close, with Messi being, without a doubt, the main beneficiary of the tiki-taka-based playing style and his role as a false nine. Guardiola's departure brought uncertainty to Barcelona's future, but it was also accepted by Messi, who showed understanding of Guardiola's need to rest. Messi had always been a professional and focused player, so he accepted his coach's decision with respect. However, Guardiola's departure left a void at the club, as many felt he was the key to continued success. After Guardiola's departure, Barcelona faced some difficulties. Tito Vilanova, who took over, maintained many of the former coach's philosophies, but Guardiola's impact was hard to fully replace. Messi remained a star of the team, And while he continued to shine under Villanova, Barcelona couldn't achieve the same level of consistency in the following seasons. Guardiola's departure was also a landmark for Messi himself, who had to adapt to a new style of command but maintained his high level of performance. Guardiola's decision did not affect his relationship with the player, who always expressed admiration for him. However, the departure of his mentor marked the end of a golden era at Barcelona. Players who came close to surpassing Messi's 92 goals to this day. Few players have come close to Messi's 92 goals in a single season. His historic mark is considered an almost unbeatable achievement, but some players have tried to get close to that record over the years. Cristiano Ronaldo in the 2013 to 2014 season. Cristiano Ronaldo had an incredible season and came very close to Messi's record. He scored 61 goals in 60 games for Real Madrid, an impressive performance, but still far from Messi's 92. While Ronaldo had an extraordinary season, he still couldn't match the Argentine's feat too. Gerd Müller, one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. German Gerd Müller scored 85 goals in 1972, something that was considered a historic mark at the time. Although it was surpassed by Messi in 2012, Müller's mark is still remembered as one of the greatest achievements of any player in the global football scene. Robert Lewandowski, another great striker of the modern era, had a phenomenal season at Bayern Munich in 2020 to 2021, where he scored 64 goals in 55 games. His impressive goal streak was interrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic and the pause in competitions. But even so, he was the top scorer of the season and came close to Messi's historic mark. However, he still fell short of 92 goals. Erling Haaland, in the 2022 to 2023 season with Manchester City, had an impressive season, scoring 59 goals in 66 games. Haaland is one of the most feared and rising players, and many speculate that he may one day surpass the 92-goal mark if he continues his trajectory consistently. However, he is still far from reaching Messi's numbers. Although these players had exceptional seasons, Messi's 2012 feat is still widely considered unreachable due to his consistency and the number of goals scored across so many different competitions. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lewandowski, and Haaland's marks are impressive, but they still don't come close to surpassing Messi's 92 goals. The year 2012 was a milestone not only for Lionel Messi, but for football history as a whole. He consolidated himself as the best player in the world and became the highest scorer in a single season, something that still seems to be a difficult barrier to surpass. Despite the attempts of other players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lewandowski, and Haaland, the 92-goal mark remains untouched and is one of the greatest individual achievements in world football.